If you are a teacher, parent, administrator, student, and/or anyone who loves reconnecting children with nature, and you want to figure out how to cultivate learning gardens and nature-based curriculum, then this is the podcast, the Outdoor Classrooms podcast. My name is Victoria Hackett. I am the founder of Outdoor-Classrooms.com and the Secret Gardens Nature Classes. I love witnessing the magic that happens when children are playfully learning outdoors. Observing the return of wonder and curiosity when children are interacting with nature is pure magic. This is the podcast that is going to help you capture children's interest and give you not only inspiration, but some real life strategies that are going to help you figure out how to use the outdoor space, your outdoor space, as a teaching tool, so you can enlighten the playful learning experience for young children. Welcome to our Outdoor Classrooms community. Hello, everybody. It's Victoria Hackett here, the founder of Outdoor Classrooms and the host of the Outdoor Classrooms podcast. I am absolutely thrilled to be here and thrilled to be sharing our today's topic, which is talking about empowering dreams and how we can empower our dreams to create our outdoor classrooms. So in the time of this recording, it is the new school year. It's the fall. The air is getting brisk. And I spend a lot of time dreaming and thinking about the upcoming year and all the different possibilities and setting up my space in my outdoor classroom. So I wanted to begin today's podcast episode with a quote by Richard Bach. He notes, "You are never given a dream without also being given the power to make it true." So I believe there is a great power in dreams in education. And I think it's incredibly important for us as educators and parents and anybody working with children that we really think about our dreams and that dreaming big in education can actually transform the way that we're teaching, can transform our learning environments, can transform the way that children are receiving education. We need to take a step back and dream. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What do we want to be seeing in education? How do we want to deliver education to children? I want to highlight in this episode that dreams can inspire innovation and creativity among both ourselves as educators, but also the students and the children that we're working with. Dreaming big is not something that we should just take lightly. We should really dream big. And also research is showing that we should dream so big that we don't even know how we're going to get to that dream. If we know how we're going to get there, then that is a sign that we're not dreaming big enough. Again, I have this incredible vision of every child in every school having access to an outdoor classroom. I don't know how we're going to get there. I don't know how we're going to inspire that many educators. But yes, I believe that every child in every school should have access to an outdoor classroom. So with those big dreams, I want to introduce another inspiring quote. "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And that is a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. So I really want to think about these quotes and how they align with the vision of creating an impactful outdoor classroom that encourages you as educators to dream big. How can we do this? So in the next section here, I want to just talk about visualizing the ideal outdoor classroom. And I want to walk you through a little bit of a guided visualization exercise that I often do even when I'm setting up my outdoor classroom. So I want you to, if you can, if you're not driving or you're not working around the house listening, I want you just to pause and take a moment and close your eyes. And I want you to imagine your perfect outdoor classroom. But I want you to enter your outdoor classroom as a child. So I want you to think back and I want you to walk through the entrance of your outdoor classroom. I want you to imagine what that looks like, what it feels like, what it smells like, all the different things that you want your children to feel and your families upon entering that space. That is going to help you transform that space, but you need to visualize it first. What is the first thing that they're going to see? Will they see a sign? Will they see a welcome sign? Then they walk into your outdoor classroom. What is the next thing that they are going to see, feel, hear, sense? What are the senses that they're going to feel? How are they going to be welcomed into your outdoor space? What is it going to be? Is it going to be you saying hello? Is it going to be a sign-in system that they're going to see with their names? What is the next thing that they're going to do once they enter that space after they've been welcomed? Will they go gather? Is there a gathering space for them to gather? Will they go right into the activity? What is it? So usually it might be that gathering space. So you bring the group together, share. What will you do in that space while you're there? Then, if you've been around here a while, you will know that we have 4 different types of teaching gardens. I'm not going to get into that today, but if you want to learn more about that, you can come join us in our Outdoor Classrooms teacher certification program. You can come join us in the Circle membership community and learn all about our 4 different types of teaching gardens. Thinking about those different spaces. Do you have those different spaces in your outdoor classroom? What are the invitations for learning? What are the provocations that you have set up for children to explore? Thinking about all of that. How much time will they have in these spaces? Again, what is the joyful noise that you want to hear? Do you want to hear children chatting and laughing and collaborating and problem solving? Imagine those voices. Imagine those children problem solving, thinking, and then bringing them back at the end of your session. What does that look and feel like? Look into the children's eyes. Are they sparkling? Are they eager to learn? Are they full of wonder and curiosity? This is what we're aiming for, but we need to have a vision for it. We need to have a dream that all of our children are sparkling and they're filled with wonder and curiosity and they can't wait to get started. And if we have a plan and the children have a different plan, we need to learn to let go and follow their lead. So we want to think about the elements that we want to include in our outdoor classrooms, the natural features, the learning stations, the student engagement activities. The next thing I want to think about is just the inspiration from nature. That nature itself can serve as a source of inspiration in our outdoor classrooms. What is it? Is it the flowers? Is it the layout of the space that we're working in? This is what I've been doing all week in terms of planning and getting the space prepared for the children to arrive and thinking about what we want them to be doing in the outdoor spaces. But much of it is prompted by the outdoor space and nature itself. What I love about the Secret Gardens outdoor classroom is that we have spaces that are very tucked away. And sometimes when the fall comes and the leaves start falling, those spaces aren't necessarily tucked away as much as I'd like them to be. So then I start planting evergreen bushes and different things so we still have that tucked away feeling throughout all the seasons. So thinking and looking at your spaces, what is the vibe and the atmosphere that you're trying to capture? So the next section I want to talk about is turning dreams into reality. So we just did a visualization. We just walked through our outdoor spaces. We've also been inspired by Eleanor Roosevelt and just some various quotes. Right now, I want to take those practical steps to create your dream outdoor classroom. And this is the best time. There's any time is the best time to do that, as long as you do it. But again, we have many, many more details at Outdoor-Classrooms.com. But for now, let's talk about vision and planning. Really defining your vision. By doing this, we want to start by clearly defining what you want in your outdoor classroom and what do you want it to look like. So consider the learning objectives that you need to highlight. Consider the type of environment that you want to create. And consider the activities that you want to facilitate. And what type of spaces do you need for those three things? Then the next step is to create a detailed plan. You can write it on paper. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And again, we're not building extravagant outdoor classrooms where we need to spend tons of money. This is very, very, very organic, using things that you already have around your space. So you want to develop a comprehensive plan that outlines the layout, the necessary materials and resources, and then including a timeline for implementation. For me, I have kids coming this week. I'm so excited to see them. And we also have a birthday party at the end of the week. So my deadline is by tomorrow. I need everything ready because they're coming tomorrow. I need everything ready. So I'll be doing some painting and refreshing today. I've had so much done in the outdoor space. I've actually added new invitations for learning. If you've been following us on Instagram, you will see them there. And it's been such a delight to be constantly adding and playing around with the different spaces. Once the kids are in there and they start playing, I'll start observing them and I'll even collect more things and develop as we go. That's the beauty of it. An outdoor classroom is never done and complete. It's just a constant growing space. So we've done our vision and planning. The next thing we want to do is do our resource gathering. So if you need a budget, we want to determine what that budget is required for this project. And again, we're not talking like huge overhaul building. We're really talking about using what we have in loose parts, and we might pick up a few things. Even budgeting if we're going to the Dollar Tree store. So just considering those costs, the labor, and any additional resources. And then sourcing materials. This is really, just even winter clothes, identifying local suppliers and community resources where you can obtain materials sustainably and cost effectively. This is key. And the next one is community involvement, which is also about sourcing those materials. Who can you reach out to in your community to tap into to provide those resources that you need? And we talk a lot about this at Outdoor Classrooms and how we can really bring our community together to source those materials. So the next one is community involvement. So we want to engage those stakeholders involving students, parents, community members in the planning and the building process. The beautiful thing about this is that it fosters a sense of ownership and collaboration. Even if you're in a larger program, you might put together a green team, which is intergenerational. You might have some seniors in the community. You might have some young children. You might have teachers and educators. Those are stakeholders. You get all different ages and stages. They'll all have a sense of what they would like to see in the outdoor space. Then you want to seek those partnerships, collaborating with local businesses, environmental organizations, educational institutions, just to support. I mean, it could be as simple as a parent bringing in recycled materials to use in your art projects that you're doing outdoors. It can be as simple as writing a wish list and putting that into your newsletter. And if you do not tell your community, the universe, what you need and want and what you are dreaming about. So this is all about creating that vision, creating that dream, making that dream come true. You need to get crystal clear on that dream that you have. And it is a dream to get to these points. The next one is implementation. So we want to do that step-by-step execution. Again, as we are walking through, this is what I do every season, is I walk through, even every day, every time the kids come to the Secret Gardens Outdoor Classroom, I walk through and do a step-by-step execution. Imagine them walk through. What will they see? Is there anything that I need to clean up? Is there anything else I can add that might be a wonderful invitation? What are those things going to be? So the next piece is to pilot it and get feedback. So again, I'm not just starting out at the Secret Gardens Outdoor Classroom. However, I have added new outdoor learning stations. And so no matter what stage you are in your outdoor classroom journey, you may be adding, taking away learning stations, and that might be where you get feedback. You might get feedback from parents. You might get feedback from children. What do you think? Do you think this is cool? Do you think we should add anything? They are your best resource. So I'm constantly looking at the property and seeing, am I using every single ounce of it? Is every single ounce offering an invitation? Can I be more clear about my invitations? Do I need a sign? These type of questions that I ask myself, it's like, oh, well, then it gets my own motivation perked. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sign. It needs a sign. Maybe they don't know exactly what to do at this station. Ooh, maybe that goes, and then it has this wonderful momentum, which provides this domino effect. So the next section is just sustainability and maintenance. And this is what we talk about in the 5 phases of teaching outdoors, the final phase being sustainability and how important that is. It was a hard lesson that I learned when I was first setting up our outdoor classroom at my children's elementary school, is that you can create a beautiful, beautiful space, but you really have to make sure, because it's a living, growing outdoor classroom, that you need a maintenance plan. And you need to establish the routines in maintaining this outdoor space. That means you need to involve students and you need to involve teacher responsibility and care for the environment. Who are those players going to be? Because there's nothing worse than creating an amazing space and having it just look desolate in a couple years because you didn't do that final stage, which is sustainability. So the final thing I want to talk about today is those common challenges and how to overcome them. And again, here at the Circle membership community, we meet twice a month live. We have one of those meetings is a round table, and we talk about these common challenges and how we're overcoming them. We talk about our wins and our celebrations and all of that. And it's beautiful because they're conversations with educators from all over the country, which makes it really, really dynamic and interesting and rich. The other piece is that the other time that we meet is a workshop. We have our new topic every single month, usually at the end of the month. And that is where we might take one of these common challenges and actually turn it into a workshop. Or we might take a podcast and turn that into a workshop and have this further discussion, deeper dive into a certain topic. So any one of these can be something that we've talked about in our community. Limited funding. I think as educators, we all know that this is a sore spot. So I encourage folks to explore grant opportunities, crowdfunding, community fundraising events to secure those additional funds. Again, we're not talking about transforming and buying a whole playground or outdoor classroom and bringing in all this fancy stuff. We're very much talking about organic seeds for raised garden beds and planting seeds and plants and flowers and so on and so forth. So thinking about what you need, thinking about what you already have, and thinking about how you can fund those creatively. And then that brings in that whole community piece, because we can't do it alone. We truly, truly can't do it alone. And that's why many reasons I started this podcast was so we could share each other's stories. And this is a great thing, just the limited funding challenge and learning how other programs are finding their money, finding their resources in that capacity. The next one, the common challenge is space constraints. Again, all of us come from different spaces. Some of us might be in the city. Some of us might have a blacktop. Some of us might have gorgeous forests, just access to a playground, whatever it may be. There is the possibility and essence of getting creative with the available space. And one of the things that you can do is actually create vertical gardens or movable seating or modular structures that can be adapted to fit these smaller spaces. You do not need a huge farm to grow food. You can grow food in pots and lots of different possibilities. So again, like we talk about all of these in much more detail in our membership community. Weather and environmental concerns, this always comes up. So it's truly designing an outdoor classroom with weather-resistant materials that include sheltered areas, maybe portable structures that can be used in various weather conditions. So we have many members that they don't have any building. They do everything is outdoors. And then we talk a lot about proper clothing and so on and so forth. So I'm probably speaking to the choir here, but it's just, it can't not be said. So the next piece is the resistance to change. This is another challenge that always comes up, that it's a matter of educating and communicating the benefits of outdoor learning to not only the stakeholders, but the parents and communities and maybe even fellow teachers and educators, just by showcasing the research and the success stories to gain their support. And you can give them the link to this podcast episode and many of the other episodes where you will hear over and over and over again the benefits of outdoor learning and taking not only the children, but also us as educators to be outside. The research is unbelievable. There's an urgency. It benefits us, but it also benefits the understanding of building that relationship with the environment so we can move into a world of conservation, which is now under urgency. So again, the final one is maintenance challenges. We talked a little bit about that earlier, just in terms of, even if it was a student-led maintenance program, thinking about how we can help maintain our outdoor classroom. So I want to conclude with just some stories from the field. I'm not going to go through it. We have many, many, many podcast episodes where you can learn about various tour and talks and hear their stories. If you are a member of the Circle community, you get to see the visual of the tour and talks. They're absolutely amazing. We have a new graduate testimonials page on the website under the Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program. So that page is ever growing because we have many graduates that are going through the program, and they have their testimonials there, which are absolutely amazing. And they are sharing their stories as educators who have successfully implemented outdoor classrooms and how they have used our approach or just using our tools to impact their communities and their learnings. It's incredible to share all of this with you, and I would love to learn more about what you are doing and include your story among these stories of our educators in our program. So again, what we talked about, key takeaways, is creating that vision for a dream. What is the dream that you want to have? And it maybe thinking about the whole year might be too vast. Maybe it's just thinking about what's the vision that you want to have in this first 3 months, and then recap, and then do it by quarters. What's the next 3 months? What's that vision look like? How can we change it? To think about that, I want to truly encourage you to take the first step towards your dream outdoor classroom by setting a small, achievable goal. And maybe that goal might be, it could be anything, but to start with that vision. I just want to have my closing thoughts here in noting that we are constantly moving from one task to the next task. surrounded by noise, emails, notifications, responsibilities, to-do lists. It's a lot, especially as educators in the beginning of the new school year. It's just so much being thrown at you until we get that rhythm down. What I want to say to you is that when you immerse yourself fully, completely in an environment designed for transformation, something shifts. Something shifts. So if you are wanting to surround yourself with educators that are like-minded, that are making these changes, that are dreaming these dreams for the benefit of not only our children, but the benefit of our earth and conservation, I invite you to come join us in our Circle membership. And if you want to dig deeper, join us in our Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program. So if you are not sure if any of these are for you, I invite you to join me in a discovery call, which is completely free, and we can talk about it. The link to the discovery call will be in the show notes. I just want to thank you for all that you do to reconnect children with nature, to develop that relationship with our Mother Earth so we can together create healthier communities that will in turn start conserving our lands. So thank you. Have a wonderful beginning of the school year. If this is when you're actually listening to this podcast episode, please dream big. Share your dreams with me at Victoria at Outdoor-Classrooms.com. Talk soon. Grow well. Thank you for joining us for today's episode. Before we sign off, we have an exciting opportunity for educators looking to bring learning to life outdoors. Consider enhancing your teaching journey with the Outdoor Classrooms Teacher Certification Program. This program empowers educators to transform any outdoor space into a dynamic learning environment. By joining, you'll gain skills to inspire students and foster a deeper connection with the natural world. Interested in making a difference with outdoor learning? Visit www.outdoor-classrooms.com to learn more about enrolling in the certification program. Don't miss the chance to expand your teaching toolkit and inspire the next generation with the joy of outdoor education. Thank you for listening, and remember to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep inspiring young minds.